Hello, beady friends. It's Friday, which means it's time for a live where I give you a little preview of some of the items that we have in today's live sale. And man, I've been messing with the graphics a little bit over earlier in the week. I was messing around with StreamYard, which is the software that I use to go live on both Facebook, on my personal page, in my on my business page, and on my YouTube page. And so I was going to film my first video tutorial using StreamYard. And so that's why I was kind of messing with all sorts of settings. And I'm really loving this very dramatic banner now. And of course it's purple, so, you know, it matches me. Anyway, let me get back to, I'm just admiring the screen right now. I get excited about silly things. So if you have not been to one of our live sales before, they happen basically every Friday. Every once in a blue moon, I have to cancel one for some reason, but they happen every Friday. And they start at 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Central, 2 o'clock Mountain, and 1 o'clock Pacific. And they are right there at jwdlive.com. Now, this is a different website than my regular standalone website, which is jillwisemandesigns.com. They do live on two different websites, and the two websites do not interact. So this one is just for the live sale items. And in the comment field below here, not in the comment, in the description field below here of the video, there's information about how to shop the live sales if you haven't joined us before, where you go to register, all that kind of information. Oop, let me toggle over to the comment so I can make sure that I'm seeing that. Hello, Miss Barbara. So I pulled out a bunch of stuff actually, because I was just like, ooh, I really love this. And ooh, I really love this. I really want to show them this. And so let me start showing you some goodies. I'm actually going to start by this necklace that I'm wearing. This is actually a 30-inch long hand knotted necklace. Oh, yes, it is knotted. It is Chinese rondelles. It's got kind of this sea foam in it. It's got this cream color. It's got kind of it's a gray beige, so I guess a grayish kind of color in it, with brass beads or bead caps. I'm going to take it off so I can show it to you closer. Look at how pretty that is. And all of the Chinese crystals have like a luster coating on them, so they're very, very sparkly. As a matter of fact, Mom was wearing, we kept one. Mom and I kept one. We share jewelry, so we can justify it because we'll both wear it. And she was wearing it when she walked into the office this morning, and when everybody looked up to see who had walked in the door, they were all like, ooh, from all the sparkle from the necklace. So I loved that. So we don't have finished jewelry on very often on the lives, but I did find these and I thought they were really, really special and really cool. Since it's 30 inches long, you could knot it or you can double strand it like this, and no clasp necessary. Boom, you're done, you're dressed. Okay, let's get into some beads though. Let's start out with the gemstone stuff. I have got these babies. Look at those. Aren't they just beautiful? These are 4 millimeter. Are they 4 millimeter? Actually, they look like 3 millimeter. I don't have the, yep, 3 millimeter. 3 millimeter dyed moonstone. So it's made to look like ruby, and they've done it in this beautiful gradient strand. Very, very special on those. Then I've been holding on to these for a really long time, and I guess I'm finally ready to let go. Oh my gosh, Stephanie Dixon is on. Hi, Stephanie. I would say something that very memorable that we said once in a taxi at Bead and Button, but I would get in all sorts of troubles for that. Mwah. Good to see you. Okay, these I've been holding on to and hoarding. I did put a strand of these back for myself. Look at these babies. These are great big 11 to 12 millimeter big hole freshwater pearls in this beautiful silver color. They are just stunning. I want you to get a really good close-up view of these because they are just some of the most stunning pearls I've seen. These are going to be a splurge strand. Normally my freshwater pearls range in the, I don't know, the big hole ones I'm talking about, run somewhere between 15 and 22. These, because of the quality on these babies, are going to be $30 a strand. And I have only a limited supply of them. I think I've only got like 14 strands. So just FYI. Now here's something that I have a lot more of, because we're going to be selling these where you are getting 4 of these gold rimmed labradorite teardrop beads. Are you ready? Look at how cool these babies are. Oh my God. They are amazing. And this beautiful gold rim on it. And that is real metal on there. They have great flash in them, which, because of the awkward way that I'm holding this on the camera, let's see, there you go. Now you can see the flash. They do have great flash in the labradorite. So you'll be getting 4 of those in a package. And I do have some quantity there because I knew that everybody was going to go nuts for them. Look at the apatite. These are 6mm rounds, but look at that gorgeous deep color on these babies. And they've got some white in them, and in many of the, not many, but yeah, probably many of the beads that have both the blue and the white in them. The white has just some really cool patterning in there, and it looks like waves, you know, like the white foam on top of a wave. I'm really enthralled with these. And yes, I did put a strand of these back for myself too. So that's all of the gemstone that I pulled out to show you, but let me show you some of the Czech glass, because this is some good stuff, y'all. Now this was just a unique, it is a 4mm. Again, let me get my caliper and double check my eyes. Yes, 4mm fire polish, but can you see that? Yeah, it's got like this stripe through it. That is so interesting. It's an opaque purple with this dark stripe through the center. They are gorgeous. I found these in that dusty warehouse out in the middle of the Czech Republic that I go to when I go on my trips over there. And so this is a vintage bead that, like, what I have is what I have. It's not reorderable, so you don't want to sleep on that too long. These babies, look at these leaves. These also came from the warehouse, and they've got, there we go, the laser etched slipperit dots on them. And these just make me think Christmas so much. There we go. Very cool strands right there. Some of my girls have been asking for bigger beads, and I got you covered on some bigger beads. Good to know, Elizabeth. Thank you for mentioning it. I'll go back and change it when I get off the live. I will change it back to the old one because we can't obstruct the beads. That's number 1. So thank you, thank you. All right, these guys are, I haven't even measured these ones yet. I think they're about it. They're an odd 11mm fire polished bead with this cool abstract pink, green, and blue. And I've seen this in like crystal before, or and this one is actually cracked crystal underneath there. So you're kind of getting this ice effect, and where it looks like where it's floating over the ice. They are very interesting and cool. So we've got those coming. Let me see. I'm trying to find a specific, okay. So last week we had some fire polish that were called Madder Rose, and usually halo Madder Rose. And usually the halos are done on a transparent bead. In this case, the halo was done over a white bead, a solid bead, so it made an opaque. And so we had these amazing fire polish last week that we all fell in love with. Well, I went digging in my warehouse, and look what I have. I have got some 2-hole tile beads in that halo Madder Rose. Now this one is the translucent because it was done on a transparent bead, like I mentioned. But it still goes so well with those 3mm fire polish that we had. And I found another one. I clearly like this color. I also grabbed these Halo Matter Rose on Ginkgos. These I bought directly from the factory in the Czech Republic. Nobody in the US carries that color on a ginkgo. I'm the only one. So I've got a whole set of beads in that color that you can use to mix and match, which I love. Here is another Czech bead. This is a more modern production one. These are these cool spindle. They actually, bizarrely, they call this a two-eyed ship bead in the Czech Republic. And I'm like, no, I'm not calling it a two-eyed ship bead. Of course, I guess I just did, right? But they are gorgeous. This is kind of this rose opal with a metallic blue wash on them. And they're just gorgeous. This was another Dusty Warehouse find. Look at how good these are. These are oval fire polish, and they've got aqua and topaz mixed glass together. So you're getting both of the colors in these. And so sometimes where the aqua and the topaz intermixed, you're getting a little bit more of a yellow-green kind of color. Sometimes you're getting it where the yellow and the aqua were just side by side. So you've got a very strong line of demarcation there. They're just fascinating. Love those. Then I also pulled out some laser etched dagger beads. And interestingly enough, the underlying bead on here is Givray. Go ahead. All my ladies who hang out with me on the lives on Fridays are going to laugh. They actually called me Givray Jill these days because I love that whole effect so much. And Givray means when it is a color glass that is embedded in a clear glass. And so it gives you some really cool patterns, but you'll have the two different tones in there very strongly, and they can make very cool designs. Well, believe it or not, the underlying bead is actually a purple, like an amethyst, and crystal under there. And then you've got the beautiful peacock laser etched dots on them. Love those. And I think that's everything that I pulled to show you. Oh, I've got one more that's right here that I'll go ahead and show you. Again, I've got one person in particular. Dale, if you're watching, I totally picked these for today's sale for you. Again, Dusty Warehouse in the middle of the Czech Republic. Look at these babies. They are 18mm fire polish beads in this beautiful teal, deep teal kind of color. They are stunning. 18mm, you guys. That's pretty cool. And I'm still listing. So I still have a whole bunch of stuff on my desk to list, and time is running out. Let's see, it's 1:37. I can list for about another hour, and then I've got to get over into the film studio and get everything set up. So we are ready to go. So again, we are going to be at jwdlive.com at 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Central, 2 o'clock Mountain, 1 o'clock Pacific. I hope I get to see you there. And if not, have a fantastic weekend. By the way, over on JillWisemanDesigns.com. Ooh, wait, one moment. Take that one off. On JillWisemanDesigns.com. I feel like a magician now. We are having a 20% off sale on super duos and mini duos. And I did so much ordering. I was shocked. I did not realize that our supply of colors we'd sold out of so many of them. I did a massive restock. We have got basically every color that the suppliers had in stock. We've got it in stock for you. So right now is a perfect time to plan your projects using super duos. I've got a whole super duos section. If you go over to my free patterns page, so go to JillWisemanDesigns.com, click free patterns, and across the top there are some searches basically that you can click on, and one of them is super duos, and that will bring up all of my free patterns that have super duos in them. So I got you covered with inspiration and the beads. All right, see you guys later. Bye-bye.